Okay guys, today's video I'm going to show you how to update your password in PHP using MySQL and Wampserver. I'm using Wampserver. As I can show you, is my Wampserver. It's right here. It's on. And without further ado, let's do it. I have some files. I have some folders here. I called the first one asset, some JavaScript, and the third one is the star, CSS, and so on. But don't worry guys, you will get access to download this project straight to for my drive. Okay, without further ado, let's get started. So the first file you need, this is our main folder. I call it update. I spend a password, and you right click on it and click on new file, and let's call this one index.php and click enter. This is our first one. And okay, let's get started. We said HTML and then click enter. We got all of this, everything here. Okay, now inside of the header, let's separate that, go this a little bit, and let's put add something here. Okay, let's put something here. We says let's say we say meta http. Okay, and follow along with me guys. And okay, now let's say equal. Let's separate this one. Yeah, we don't need name. Say we need the http fan equal here, and then let's say okay. Okay, now and then content it, keep it this way. Now we don't need this, we need name viewport. Okay, and content inside of the content, let's put way equal the with a device we. Okay, and initial scale equal 1. Okay, you can keep this one. You can add the one. You can set, I said description, let's say description, and then keep this one as it is. Okay, and then we can put offer here, and then that's it. For keep it simple. For the title, we said how to update the password in PHP. Then we save the program, and we need to add some length. So skip one, we say length, and instead of a style sheet, let's put style, because I already have some inside of the main folder. I have asset, some JavaScript file, and I have style folder, and so on. Okay guys, now let's let me delete this line. Let me delete this line of code, and let me replace it by this 3 line of code. Okay, I already have somewhere, and let me add a 4th one. Let's say length, just to keep it simple. We said let me put it this way, length, first one, and we need to not, okay, I don't want to add length just for the let's add a, let me put a script instead. Script, let's say the script let's say source. Okay, let's say I call it as and JS JavaScript /i evaluation mode. Okay, and for warning. Okay, that GS. This is script, and I like when I put this. Okay, now I like it this way. Okay, this is okay. Now you can save the program, and I think this is that's all for the header. Okay, now inside of the body, let's add our code. Alright, for the body we need a container. Let's say add a div. Let's say div class. Let's call it a container, and then inside of this div, let's add another div. Let's add a div class. We call it page. Okay, page header, and inside of this one we can pass h1. Okay, you can call it how to change password in PHP, and you can click save. Okay, now let's continue on this for this, and then okay guys, as we reach here, let's go to okay, is our browser. Go click on the go button. Okay, let's create our database. Go to database. Let's call it update with one word. Okay, update password. Okay, this is how I call it, update password, and then click create. Okay, now and for the table, let's create our table. Let's call it users, and number of columns we need. Okay, our table name is users, and then number of column is, let's put this with 3, and click on go, put name and password. Okay, now for the ID integer, I put length 11. We click here. Let's say okay, ID should be ID primary key, and click on go. Okay, this is okay. And now name voucher 250. It doesn't matter, guys. You can put 250 20. Password voucher 250. That's all you need. Now the next thing you do, you click on save. Okay, ID, name, password. That's all you need. You click on save. Okay, now if you go on, yeah. Okay, this is it. You go click on user, ID, name, password. Okay, now we got it. Go back to our code. Let's say we say how to change password in PHP. Okay guys, after the header one, how to change password in PHP, let's skip one line, and we need another div. We can pass let's say we don't need a class style. We need a style equal, and it says width okay 30%. Okay, and we save the program. Now let's go to our browser, and this is remember our database name is update password users as a table. Here let's say local, let's click localhost / folder name. Let's say folder name, main folder is update password. This is it right here. Okay, so update password. Okay, and / index.php, and click enter. Okay, as you can see now, these are our first results. How to change password in PHP. Okay, now let's go back. Okay, this is our code. Okay, now next line, we need a form. Okay, we said form class. We don't need okay, I can leave it action not index.html. let's change it to change your password. Okay, change your password .php. Method post, we don't need class, doesn't matter, but okay. Now next, our form inside of the form, we need another div. We said div class form group. Okay, we form a group here inside of this div. Let's pass something we call let's pass a label. This label is for, we can name it anything we want. Okay, let me just put, name it example input password 1. Can be anything. And next we say style. Okay, style, we can, for style we can leave it like this. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's keep it this way so far. And inside here we can set use it for the password. Okay, and then a label, close label. Okay, inside of, let's create, after label, let's create a we need an input. Let's say input type, not text, but type password, name old underscore pass, stand for old password. And then we need an ID. We said ID equal, let's separate it from this ID. Let's call it the same one, example input password 1. And do we need a value or something? We don't need value. Instead let's put a placeholder. Let's call it old space password, and we can put 123. Okay, and then click enter. Now in the next line, let's div, this one is done. What we can do, okay, after, I think after type password, we need a class. Let's add a class. We said, let's separate this class. Let's call it form. Okay, form control. Okay, form control, name, hot password. Okay, now this form group is done. We can just copy the first one. We copy it, and we can paste this one here. We still call it div class form group, and the same one we keep the same thing. Okay, and start old password. At this time let's change old to new. Okay, new password. Okay, that's okay. Input type password, class form control new instead of old. That put new. Okay, new pass ID. If we extend this one, and then we will say instead of old, let's put new password as our placeholder. Okay, now we can let's paste again a third one, div class form group. And at this time, okay guys, in the third one we got label, for example. Okay, now instead of old password, let's put retype. Let's put retype new password, and here password type password form control. Instead of old pass, let's change it to we pass, and the ID is okay here. Let me extend this one. Placeholder should be this. You can copy this one. Okay, placeholder, you can just paste it. You type in your password for placeholder. I think this is okay. We can save it and go to our web browser and then refresh it. As you can see, we have something in progress. We have something in progress. Let's go back. Now we need a button to submit the form. Now we can say button type submit. Button type submit. Name should be re_pass. Okay. With password instead. Okay, with password. We can create a class. Let's create a class, call it bitsy, and change button bitsy, and we call it primary. And inside here we name it submit. You can save it, go back to our web browser and then refresh it. Now is our button. Okay, let's go back to our code. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now we're done with the form. The form is done. Okay, let's go back, and now let's go to after the third one. See the third div, 1, 2, 3. The third one. Create some space. Now let's create our footer. We can say let's create our footer. Creating class. We call it footer. Okay guys, now we can create footer in case we want to add something in the future, but let's put something. Let's create a div inside of it and put container, and then let's keep it this way. Okay, this is done. Now I think we need something. Let's add our script. I already got some, but for the sake of this tutorial, I want to keep it as short as possible. For the sake of this tutorial, I want to keep it short, guys. Okay, let me paste out this. This is our script, and I want to add one more. Let's say let's say script. We need script src. This is source. This is our asset backslash JavaScript, and we need IE10. Okay, set for Internet Explorer, and now we need viewport bug. This is bug I put. Okay, this work around that JS. Okay, this is for script. I want to keep this, bring this up. Okay, now I think this is for indexer that PHP is done. Let's create our next folder, and then click on the right click on the main folder, and then go to new file, and let's call it, we can call it change password or update. Let's call it change password that put underscore. Let's call it update. I prefer update. Okay, update underscore password. Okay, update password that PHP, and then click enter. Okay, this is our second file. The first one is index.php. The second one is update underscore password that PHP. Okay, now we are going to use a PHP. Let's say PHP. Okay, click enter, and bring this down a little bit. Okay, now guys, this is update underscore password that PHP file. Okay, now we got our PHP, and before I put some line of code, let's go back to our web browser and then refresh it. Okay, now, and then we can go back to our code. Let's say create let's create let's say that's PHP $. Let's create our connection. Okay, let's create our connection, guys. Let's say we say con underscore db, that's it for database, equal, put it this way, and we say that my MySQL connect. Okay, that's for the connection, double quote. This is for this HOS, this is for localhost, and comma, double quote root. This is the comma, and this is for the password. We don't use one, or we can say or die, in case it's not connect or gonna die, shut it down quickly. So, and next line, let's say okay, so database db MySQL select, that we create select MySQL create select, let's call db database db. Okay, and then now we said for the, don't forget our, let's go back to our browser where we, okay, this is our database name. This is the update password. Okay, one word. Let's say the update password. Okay, and say comma, we said that put it this way, comma $, con db. Okay, or die. Okay, semicolon. Now if condition, I said if is set. Okay, and if we set post, if we set post bracket and single quote we pass. Okay, now let's create our okay, now let's say $. Alright guys, for our if condition, let's say if old, okay, password equal post. Alright, post single quote old pass semicolon, and we can copy this line and paste it, just replace, let's say now it's new, let's put new, and here we put new as well. Okay, and we can paste it again for we pass instead of old RA, and we change it inside of this bracket as well. Now let's continue. Let's say change CHRJ, okay, underscore PWD for password equal MySQL query. Gonna use a query for that, underscore select. Start means everything, select everything from users. This is for our table called new users, where ID equal 1 at the first line, where ID equal 1 single quote, and then put 1. Okay, and semicolon at the end. Now let's continue. We said that the dollar sign. Oh, forgot to put dollar sign here. Oh, this for dollar sign. Okay, dollar sign. Check password 1. Now at this time we said change password 1 echo MySQL. This one is we're gonna use fetch underscore h array. Okay, dollar sign password semicolon. Okay, now dollar sign data underscore pwd for password equal dollar sign change. Okay, change the second one, change password 1 bracket single quote, and I will put password, put semicolon at the end. Okay, now another if. We said if data if data password equal to double. Okay, dollar sign old password. That's for this if. Okay, now we said another if again. If now at this time we use dollar sign if new password equal re-enter. Okay, re-enter password. Alright, that's another if. We need this again. Now we said update password pwd for password equal MySQL query. Now double quote update. Now we're gonna put something update users, and then you should set password equal to single quote dollar sign new password. Now you pass it where, okay, ID equals single quote 1 double quote. We missed. Okay, we need one more. We need one more, yeah, because we have without double quote here, double quote. Okay, that's okay. Now next, let's put a semicolon here and then go down a little bit. Okay guys, now we should we need an output for that. For this case we use echo, let's say echo okay, echo script. Let's use a script. Okay, we should say a script. Okay, alert, script alert, single quote. It's not script that alert, it's script, and then close script alert. Let's say the update dot. Let's add our message update successfully. Okay, now what we need, let's continue with this one. Okay, now let's say window that location equal single quote index that the PHP. Okay, and then open a script here. With the script we should let's close this script. We open it in front. Now let's close this one. Okay, we close this one. Now we put a semicolon at the end. Okay, so now we're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Okay, now after echo, we need in this for the if the second if new password equal with a password, and then update password. We say update users set password equal new password, and then where ID equal 1. That's the first line, and then for the second and so on. Now with this echo is done, with the second one where we can apply else in case something happen, where we say else. Okay, else, and then now we're gonna use echo, and then we need a script. Close it. We use alert single quote. Now we say your new and retype. Okay, your new and retype. Your new and retype password is not much. Okay, and put a semicolon space. You set window dot location. Okay, window dot location equal that location equals single quote index that PHP, and you jump here and you close your script. You close your script here, and you need another semicolon at the end. Click enter to continue. Now, guys, okay, now you need another add. Now you see else echo script. Now we need another else. We said else. Okay, equal space double quote script, close it, alert. Okay, now double. Okay, now single quote instead. Single quote. Now we can say your old password is 1. This is the message, and then put a semicolon here and space, and say window that location equal single quote index that PHP, and we jump here. Now you have to shoot. Now let's close our script. Our script, okay, and we need to put a semicolon at the end. Okay, now I think, guys, we is it almost done, and then we can put this up a little bit, clear this. Okay, now let's go back to our browser, okay, and refresh the page. Okay, wait, go back to our code. Okay, so localhost connection dying, so on. Okay, as I'm checking successfully, windows.location equal index.php. We probably get an error. Refresh the page, there is no change. Okay, let's go back to our code again. This time I go to index.php. Okay, we got style. This is a folder called style. Okay, oh, this is our mistake. Let's put style. Okay, let's replace here, put style. Okay, and save the page and go to our browser and refresh it again. Oh, okay, there we go. Now this is it, guys. Okay, as you can see, you got the how to change a password in PHP, and old password, new password, with a password. Okay, now let's go to our, let's see. Okay, we can do something here. We can add a line of code. Okay, we can add a line of code here, and okay, 1 second. Okay, we can add a line of code. Let's go back to, as I told you, we have a change password SQL. I would get, we can create our user table and so on, and we can add our first line of code. I can copy this one, insert into user and so on, and let's go back here. This is it. This is our database called update password. This is user, and then at this time we go to SQL, and we delete this one, and then we paste our line, and where we go next, we go to go. We click on go, and this is it. You refresh the page, okay, and you go to user. That means this is our first line, our first row. That is where ID, name, password. This is ID1, name Jimdel, and password test002. Okay, now let's go to now we can change. This is our password. This is the old password. As you can say, old password is test02. Now we are going to change test02 from something else. Let's go to our form. Now we said the actual for the old password. The old password is test02, and now new password, we can say same thing, but at this time test03. We said test03, and we type password test03, and then we click submit. Well, it says something. Once I can say update password, change password, it was not found on the server. Okay, let's figure out what's going on. Is it test02? 1 second, test02. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, continue. Let's go back. Okay, guys, this is we got an error here. It says change password that PHP was not found on this server. This is let's go to our code. Let's check our index.php to see what's going on, if we have somewhere. Okay, now we have index.php and update.php. No, update password.php. Let's see if there's something we can. Oh, okay, inside of the form. This is form action change password.php. We don't have change password. We should say update, okay, underscore password, password.php. This is where the this is the error right here. Instead of change, we should put update password.php. Now we save the page and go back to our web browser and then refresh it, and we can go back. Now this is our old password. Remember, test02. We should change it to something else to verify it's working. Now old password is test02, and now new password test03, and test03, and then submit. We still got the same error. It says okay, guys, see, get the error. Now let me save. We save the page again. Let's file that index file, save as index. Okay, do you want to replace it? Says yes. Now let's go to our web browser and then old password. Remember, our old password is test02. Now we are going to replace it to something else. Okay, now they ask for old password test old password test02. Let's change it to something else. Let's say let's change to password password and then submit. Okay, it says localhost says update successfully, and click OK now, and go back to our page and refresh the page. This is password. As you can see, guys, it's working. Password, remember it was test 02. Now we have a password. Okay, this is it, guys. This is how you change or you update your password in PHP. If this tutorial helped you out, make sure that you subscribe and give a thumbs up. Don't forget to give some comments. Okay. All right, thank you. See, if you wanna get more videos, more tutorials from me, make sure you subscribe. See you in the next one. All right, thank you. Bye bye.